What's up, everybody? So let's just for today's kind of lesson, let's just do kind of like a back testing, and then as we go along with it, um, I'll, I'll probably have like a questionnaire or quiz you guys or something as we go along. But yeah, let's just have a chill lesson today, and let's get started. Uh, I guess we could just start right here. So, 1 second. Let's see how fast this is. 1 second. Let's go faster. So, right now, I guess it's looking like there's equal lows, but also looking like structures getting broken as well to go to the upside. So we got to play this out and wait, see if it doesn't go any higher or reject right here, honestly. And see if we don't get a rejection or a continuation down right here. I think we could make this go a little faster, see how it looks. Okay. Okay, so something I see already is liquidity got or not liquidity. Well, yeah, I guess liquidity right here. There's some equal highs right here, but there was an impulse up off of this area right here. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Hmm. So another push up right here, and this one this one kind of looks this one kind of looks funky right here because it looks like a buy to sell right into a sell to buy. So this kind of looks weird, but I think maybe since we're already going up, I wonder if we can't get a rejection right there. Let's see. Okay. Nice. Nice. So so that was a really good rejection actually. So what area could we be looking at now for a potential re-entry or to see because there's liquidity up above this peak also. So I wonder if we can continue riding buys maybe above this area right here and and also this right here looks like a buy to sell, and it got broken right away. So actually, um, I think maybe we could use that as a point of interest, kind of like a breaker. I wonder if we can get a rejection there. If not, then this is going to just come down. But I'd like to see a rejection right there. So let's see what happens. Wow, wait. Okay, so look right here. There's a point of interest right here. You guys see this area? This right here, it got broke. So this is an area of demand, right? When so like if you're following conventional, retail technical analysis, if you follow that, right, technically they teach you to buy high and sell low already. And here's an example. Here's an example of that. So let's just say like Head and Shoulders, for instance, like this. So your Head and Shoulders plays out, right, and then you see the pattern go down. And what do they teach you right here, right? This so-called neckline right here. They teach you to sell at that so-called neckline after this significant drop has already occurred, right? So they have you buying at high prices, and they have you selling at low prices, and that is not good, not good. So this area of demand right here, you can see right here there was equal highs, right? So what what uh what is retail doing right now, right? What is retail doing? There's equal highs right here. So there was liquidity trapped. There was liquidity trapped right in this area. And what did the market do? They had a strong impulse up. That was a fire trade. There was a strong impulse up, and then there's this liquidity right here that got broken. Okay, so this liquidity that got broken. Now let's just see where price goes or whatever and see what happens. Okay. Also, now let's just play this out. Okay, so we're heading towards this area. Okay, so I would have entered right here on this line already. So let's see where this goes. Okay, okay. So we're heading up. We're heading upwards, hopefully. Nice. Okay, so look right here. Same type of thing occurs. So let me the same type of thing right here just occurred, right? And let me show you why. So look, equal highs means trapped retail. Right here, look. Equal highs means trapped money, right? Now, look at this. So we got that trade, profited off of that. Let me delete this. And then now there was liquidity or structure, as you guys know, pretty um, pretty basic, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. That's basic stuff. So we broke a point of liquidity. So I want to see if I can get an entry where people got stopped out. Okay? You understand? So let's see where price goes. Also, another thing too, remember we said that we wanted to take this liquidity all the way to the left over here. Well, look what got built up right here, right before this liquidity point that we wanted to take out, right? So they printed out a double top on the charts and induced a massive retail crowd to sell and then aggressively push price to the upside. So let's continue this play out right here. Okay, so look, we broke that liquidity, right? And we got, okay, so let me pause this right here and let's talk about this area. So we broke this liquidity And we did get a reaction off this. Now let me remind you, this is on the weekly time frame right here. So this entry right here actually would have gave you 600 pips. This would have gave you 600 pips. Hopefully you would have been smart, taken profit, moved your stop loss a significant amount in your stop loss, moved it in profit, and you would have gotten broken out or taken out of the trade, and it would have came back down, right? So that happens. It can happen, but you got to realize 600 pips in a month off of C28 days right here. That's a month off of one trade. Okay, so that's really good profits right there. So let's continue on right here. So price moved down, and okay, so that actually kind of looks like a buy to sell. Okay, so here I got a question for you guys right here. Which candle do you think looks most like a buy to sell candle? Which candle? I'll give you guys a couple seconds to answer. And if you chose this one right here, this one actually looks like a buy to sell type of candle. You see it came up, didn't last very long in this area, and came down, and also liquidity right here. So let's see what happens. Okay, so liquidity just got taken out right there, actually. So liquidity got money got taken out right here, retail, for buying right here. And actually, now that I'm seeing this, let's scratch that question, right? Because we just took out equal lows right now to the downside. And even over here, captured liquidity over here, coming off of a decent down move, right? So, and actually what I see right now is one of my favorite type of patterns, actually, this engulfing pattern, right, of this outcome candle. And hey, speaking of outcome candle, um, outcome reach, or IG, is outcome reach. You guys can go follow us, show us some love. We show you guys love back, and you can hit us up, ask us questions, and yeah, we're pretty frequent on getting back to everybody in a short amount of time. But yeah, we want to help everybody be consistent in the market. But anyways, one of my favorite patterns right here, this engulfing type of pattern. So let's see if we can actually see, or yeah, let's see if we can get a reaction off of this right here. Ooh, look at that. Okay, so if you guys chose that area that I had marked up, you guys are right. Okay, you guys are right on that being a buy to sell move, because look, even though this came up and right here filled buy to sell order, I guess you could say, filled a buy to sell order, right? So this buy, get that out of here. This buy to sell got filled right here, right? And then price got pushed up. Now what I'm seeing, actually I'm going to let you guys choose. So what would be your point of interest if you were looking for a buy now? If you were to be looking for a buy now, what would be your point of interest? I'll give you guys 5 seconds to think about it. Okay, so for me personally, if I look down in this area right here, there's nothing really that sticks out, right? There's nothing really that sticks out in my favor. There's points of liquidity right here that got broken, but also what else got broken was this last buy to sell area, right? This buy to sell area got broken through. So we can use this as a breaker, right? For our outcome candle. We can use this and see if we can get a reaction off of where the institutions had bought to sold on the way down, right? Okay, so let's see. Okay, nice. So we get wow, this might actually go down and not reject at all off of it. Oh wow. Okay, so here we go. Um, Same thing, guys. Same thing. Look, where is the liquidity at? Where is the equal highs, right? Equal highs right here. So we look at this, right? We go equal highs. Okay. I need to do something real quick. Here we go. There we go. Okay. So look, equal highs, right? So what do we look for? Either an engulfing pattern like this you could use, or you could use that last point of equal highs or equal lows that got broke. So you could have a point of interest here or down here. So let's just see which one works, right? Let's just see which one works. And I'll give you guys 5 seconds to pick which one. You could pick the top or you could pick the bottom one. Okay, so pick which one you guys think. All right, so let's play it out and see what actually happens. Okay, so it's kind of both. I guess if you had this up on the wick, there would be really clean entries here, but nonetheless, there's clean entries on this point of interest too, where the equal highs got broken. So uh, either way, let's see from right here, you're up 729 pips so far, right? So either way, that's a good trade setup in my mind. And right here is a point of interest. Let's do another one. So let's see. Okay, so right here is your first option, and then where liquidity or where a higher high had got broken. Let's see now, right here, I'm gonna delete these, keep it kind of clean. But let's see right here. Let's see what you guys think now, if it's going to reject off of this area or if it's going to reject off of this area right here. And also if you look at this, if you look at this right here real close, there's actually relatively like equal highs right in here. Okay, so that being said, I'm going to choose this area right here as my point of interest to buy from. But let's just see where it goes. Okay, all right. All right, so if you chose the top one, you were correct. You were correct on that. Let's just keep playing on now. That would have been a nice entry right here as well. We didn't catch it. Kind of, kind of went a little bit too fast. But price is moving up now, and let's just see. I guess we still have a bullish bias, right? So let's just stick to seeing what buy setups come to us, right? We wait for opportunities. We don't chase them. So my one of my favorite patterns in the market, and that is right here. So we could do a wick and we could do the body, right? So which do you think off of this candle, this outcome candle, this point of interest right here, what do you guys think will be the cleanest rejection, right? The cleanest. We'll go the open of the candle and then the wick of this, because if you go to the bottom, this is a small candle, right? But there's a large impulse away from this candle. So this would be a good risk to reward, but you want a guaranteed entry, right? Because this is a smaller type of candle. So on top of the wick um, could be uh, ideal, right? So let's just see what let's just see what happens. Oh wow, look at this. So equal highs already, equal highs that got created, and if you chose this bottom one, I guess you would be right. And there was a clean, actually, a really clean 50% entry on there, but either way, you got guaranteed entries. So let's see what happens now. Let's see. Wow. All right, so price is going up right here. Okay, so look at this. Look at this right here. So there was equal highs again, but there was also these equal lows right here, right? So which ones got taken out first? These equal lows. So maybe now we can think about a shift in our bias, right? Maybe we can think about finding a sell now, or multiple cells. But let's see now. Let's just see where this goes and let's see what happens. Oh wow. So that's a huge drop. So right here, guys, what what candle would you guys be looking at if you were to go for a sell? If you were to look for a sell, what would be your point of interest, right? What would be your point of interest? Maybe some of you guys would say this area right here. So let's see where this goes. Let's see how this plays out. All right. Clean. That's really clean right there. So if you said this candle right here, this one, to be a point of interest to look for a sell, you were right. Good job. Good job. So moving on now. Um, let's see where price is going. Okay, so look at this. We have equal lows, relatively equal lows right here that got created. And um this area right here that it's actually at, I'm glad I stopped it in time because I see something interesting. This push up right here, there's a heavy impulse. And then you see these candles right in here, this bunch of candles. Um this one down here that got engulfed looks interesting, but also what looks interesting to me is that last buying candle right here, that last buying candle that pushed price down before impulsing, having that impulsive move up, right? So that actually caught my interest. So let's see what price does around this area right here. Shoots straight up to the moon. Shoots straight up to the moon, right? So yeah, price is going up. Let's see here. I like that area actually right here. This area right here, I like it. Why? Because right here we have, I'm just going to use this. Right here we have equal highs, right? We have equal highs that got captured. So you could say right here we have a upthrust, and then right next to it we have this UTAD, right? This upthrust after distribution, okay? So here's that last up candle, and then an impulsive, aggressive move to the downside. So let's see what happens here. Okay, so that's interesting right here. There's like a minor rejection um, right there. So let's see what price does off of this area. Okay, okay, so look, we had this strong impulse down, right? But then look what happened. This is why we pushed price. This is why price got pushed down. So equal equal lows right here. You can see area or these area, this area right here, where maybe a lot of retail crowd got trapped in these equal lows, right? And then after liquidity got taken out, there was an impulsive move up to the upside right here. So that last candle that got engulfed right there, this last down candle, and then engulfing. And let's see where price goes. Okay. Okay. So that kind of looks like an interesting area maybe. Okay, so price broke above that area. All right, so price is doing higher highs and higher lows. So where would you guys have a point of interest on looking for buys next, right? Well, there could be actually two areas that I think that I see, and first off, one is this sell to buy right here. You see this sell candle to buy price back up. I think I would use like maybe 50% of that area. And then another one that I like would be that last up candle before a down move that got broken. Okay, so um, let's see where price ends up right here. Oh, hey, actually, we're up. I don't even know if I'm going to be looking for buys now, actually, because we're up at this level right here. So essentially, actually, what I really want to see off this level is a trade all the way back down here and take out all these lows. That's actually what I really want to see. And look at this. We have 1, 2, 3 right now. So 3 pushes up to the downside. Let's see if we don't get maybe a a up thrust and then a test off of this area right here, right? And if not, we'll go for a buy off of one of these areas right here, because this is still 800 pips, right? So let's see what price does. Oh my, I'm gonna slow this down and rewind it again. Okay, so let's see what price does right here. We trade up. We actually do reject cleanly off of this area right here. So we would be in profit already off of this. This is looking like a buy to sell move just because of how a short amount of time that it stayed around here. Now look at this right here. Say we did go for this buy right here. 612 pips, guys. 612 pips. That's a really good trade, right? That's a really good trade. But this now, honestly, to me is looking like another distribution phase, like over here. This is actually looking like another distribution phase to me. So let's see what happens if we don't get a breakout to the downside. Maybe let's see what happens. Okay. So I can tell already that on maybe a lower time frame scale, like maybe 4 hour, I can tell already that lower lows and lower highs are already being made. So um, yeah, let's see what plays out. I'm going to delete this too. Damn, look at that. That sell to buy area. Look at that. Oh my gosh. So this move over here, it was this right here. It was last last buying candle before a fast push down got broken, right? So to simplify that, it's kind of like a breaker. You could use it as a breaker right here, like this, as a zone, you see, and all these wicks that dip down into that area, right, rejecting, showing respect off of this area until it broke, right? Same with this 50%. But now I want, if I was thinking like an institution, we captured liquidity down here. It'd be nice to capture liquidity down here as well. So let's see what price does. I like this area for a second entry. So if you guys agree with me on this area, let's see what happens. Okay, so here's actually what happened in this area, right here. Here's what actually happened. So the second entry would have been right here. We didn't catch it, right? So that's all right though. But here's what happened. The last selling candle, right? Last selling candle before a fast, um, push up, right? So this candle caused the price to move up and then drastically fall at a at a more volatile speed than like this area right here, right? All of this area compared to this area was a significant less amount of time, right, in the market. So you could tell that retail was playing all in this area versus institutions that are playing in this area, right? And here's a tip for you too. Trends aren't caused by retail. Trends are caused by institutions uh, moving price to previous liquidity, right? Where liquidity gets built up to. So there's a nugget for you guys. Okay, so back to this. We see this area right here, this aggressive push up. So actually, I kind of like that area. Let's keep this off to the side over here. But remember, our TP is down here at 3,928 pips. But we have this point of interest right here because this area got broken, but price moved up at a fast pace right here, right? And then came back down. So it's kind of like a mitigation type situation like this. This is what I want to happen, right? So if we look at it in a form kind of like this, right? You could say something like that, right? Or something like this might happen, right? So let's see what happens. Okay? And actually, another thing that I want to say is maybe the TP won't be there because I forgot this area of liquidity got taken out by this area. So let's see right here, when price gets down into this area, let's see how price reacts. This is kind of a bigger candle, so I kind of have an interest at the 50% area as well. Okay, so right here, outcome candle 50%, right? So let's just say our TP is right at the open of this last bearish candle, this last down candle, this sell to buy area. Okay, so we're in the trade up here and we're going to ride this all the way down to here. Let's see what happens in this area right here. If we can't get a another sell entry maybe to this area down here. Okay, so we're here. And we did get a rejection. So if you guys thought the same thing, good job. Let's see if we can get it to go lower. though. Let's see if it can go lower. Okay, good enough. Good enough. So 2,600 pips from one trade, one pair, right? Maybe a couple entries on the way down, right here. But, either way, if you caught this one up here, you're in a lot of profit. And here was a point of interest we had down here, this outcome candle all the way down here. Delete some of these lines here. Okay, so here's a um let's see. I'm gonna delete this one too. But yeah, so we rejected out down here at that 50% of the outcome candle, right? And then we broke a point of a lower high. We broke a point of a lower high, right here. And you can see clearly there's some type of rejection right there. So let's look now for a entry point that maybe we can get to, right? That price can reject off of. So this last down candle, I bet you on a lower time frame scale right here, there was equal lows. I bet you, because you see price come down and then reject up in a sort of a faster uh, pace, right? You see price reject up in sort of a faster pace. So let's just see what happens. Um, Also, another thing, um, this area right here is kind of interesting. So is this one, and so is this still kind of, but um, this buy to sell actually right here kind of looks interesting, and I don't know. So does this area up here, but let's see what happens right now. So let's see if we can't get a reaction off of this first, maybe to ride this up to here. Let's see what happens. So actually, which one would you guys choose actually? Would you choose this one, or this last down one, right? So this one's A, B, and C. Okay. So let's see which one you guys would choose. I'll give you 5 seconds to think about it. Okay, so let's see what happens. Let's continue on. Okay, so it wasn't A. Is it B? It's not B either. Let's see if it's even C. Is it going to be C? So far, so far. So far. So let's just say if you, oh, well, let's see what happens, I guess. But there is starting to build up a mass of liquidity right here. Oh, wow. There is starting to be build up a lot of liquidity actually right here. So I'm wondering if the market won't turn around soon. The market won't change direction. Maybe up here, actually, we do have. So, yeah, let's do this now. Next quiz, this will be the last and final one. So, let's say right here, since there's 2 points of interest right here, this engulfed candle pattern, right? This right here, this outcome candle, or this institutional pattern where they bought to sold, or to sell, excuse me, where they bought to sell, right? So right here is A, this one's B, right? So I'll give you guys 5 seconds to choose which entry you would take, right? Okay, so let's see what happens. Let's play price out. And let's see what happens here. It's just like creeping around this area. Oh, there was a tip. There was a touch right here. There was a touch. So far, people that chose B are right, are correct so far. Um, let's put a 50% maybe just to see if price won't come back up and touch. Maybe show us a UTAD. Yep, exactly. So look, up thrust, right? And then you have the UTAD, the up thrust after distribution, okay? So let's see if this plays out for us, right? And maybe also, even if it does come up here, we'll do 50% of this right here. Oh, wow, beautiful. Look, so it wasn't quite 50%. And maybe I guess if, you know, I zoomed in, maybe I could find an institutional level that this played on. But if you chose B for your entry so far, you are correct. And let's just play this out. Let's see if this liquidity, okay, so this liquidity over here just got captured. And so did this one down here. So liquidity got captured here and here, right? But yeah, so it was fun back testing with you guys. Uh, we kind of did a little something different this time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys got a lot of value or found at least a couple things helpful in this recording. And also, yeah, don't forget to go follow us at Outcome Reach on Instagram, and don't be don't hesitate to ask us questions. We want to help. We'll get back to you guys as soon as possible, and hope everybody has a amazing day and a good trading week next week. And peace out.